Hello, everybody. Alan Miller here. Sherlock's here with me too. And in this next video, going to be working with a 6-month-old miniature pinscher puppy named Zeke. He's probably not much bigger than this. You'll see in a minute. And his mom, Jennifer. And she wants to focus on situations like if he got out the front door, or if he got out of the car before me, or if he got off leash in a public place, would he be able to stay with me? And would he come back to me if I called him? So you're going to see me use several different types of equipment. And I'm hoping this will give you some ideas about how to focus on getting two very important commands under your belt reliably without compromising this little dog's safety. And those are two key important components to this video and how I train for this type of situation. Also, at the end of the video, we spent a little bit of time one day working on Zeke getting to embrace and enjoy a treadmill. That was quite an endeavor. I didn't get to film it on the day that we taught this, but what you'll see is how he likes it now. And for those of you that can't get out because of inclement weather or maybe physical aptitude issues, this might be a great way to exercise your little dog if you live in a high-rise apartment and you just can't get downstairs to take them for a walk, or for people that are very busy. And you'll see that at the end of this video training segment. So we're going to meet Zeke.
There you go. Yes, good job. See. Here. Yes, good boy. There you go.
Now, I want to demonstrate, as I have done in previous videos, about getting these collars on a really frisky, hyper dog. I'm going to put this here. And as he's nibbling on the food, I'm going to use gravity to just drop it onto his head. So it makes it easier for me. Now I have him, and I'm going to switch the collar from this collar that has a little buckle on it that I don't really trust to this. And I like my little puppies to drag a little string around so I can control them more efficiently. I'm going to come back to this food thing again, though, that I was talking about. And I'm going to work on, when I don't need them to come, this is a controlled environment, I'm going to work on these two hand signals. Close. I'm going to bring them back behind me again. Close, or side, or heel, or whatever you want to say. Come. Now, I'm going to put this leash on them. Leave it. And I'm going to use the leash. Good. I don't want him, when he hears leave it, to start moving away from me. Leave it. Good. So I'm going to walk towards this food. I'm going to make the food more visible. I'm using the leash. I don't care about the tangling. I've already told him to leave it. I'm just playing pretend. I'm using this leash to pretend like he's free. There's the little corrections. Here's the reward for coming back close to me. If I want him to be on a certain side, I'm going to build this perspective. But right now we're just working on, when I say leave it, or if I say close, I want him to stay close. Coming back to you and listening to your commands. So right now, look at this. Careful. Stay very low when he's jumping straight up and down. And try to correct before he actually jumps. Another thing I want you to look at doing too with very small dogs is, don't be concerned if the leash is tangled under his legs, because it actually keeps you from flipping him over. So if the leash gets accidentally tangled, you won't run the risk of flipping him over so much. So I want you to tell him stay and don't let him cross this line. Good. Don't keep it tight. Good. Now reward him.
Good job.
Good. Perfect.
Boy.
Back up again. Say wait. Now, let's stop there for a second. Hi, you guys. In this next segment, I'm going to be talking to Jennifer about using some alternative equipment. And I want to touch on this for a second because I feel it's very important. I see a lot of people walk dogs down the street with a harness or a collar that enables and almost promotes the dog to pull and lunge. I think what you're going to find long term is if your dog is always pulling and lunging against the leash without interruption, the dog is going to be quite a different animal when it gets off leash. So in this video, you're going to see me fit the dog with a small plastic pinch collar as to not exacerbate any kind of trachea or esophageal issues. You'll see me fit the pinch collar down low, but I think it's important that when you say commands that reference stay with me and come back, it's important that the dog feels the leash not as an inconvenience, but as an interruption. That's a very important point to put forward, if you will. So what I'm going to try on Zeke is a little Starmark plastic pinch collar like I did with the French Bulldog that you've seen in another video I made. And the reason this is because the dog is very driven and very stoic. And what I want to do is keep him from hacking like that, but I want him to not be able to ignore me. So we're teaching the dog not to ignore. So I'm going to set this food here. Jennifer's going to allow him to come close to me. And I'm going to put this on him, but I'm going to put it on very low on the neck. If I can get it around here while he's moving. And I don't expect him to hold still. He's a puppy. So I'm going to see if I can work this around here and hook this up. My fingers are a little bit slippery. Got it. Now, I'm going to take this martingale and detach it, and I'm going to hook this little pinchy collar, this plastic pinch up right here. But what's going to seem weird is I'm going to move it way down. So I'm going to pull this martingale underneath it. I know this is hard for you guys to see out there in the big world, but I want the collar, this pinch collar, to be very low on the neck. I know that seems counterintuitive to a lot of you dog people out there. I want to start with a very soft correction and we'll build up from there. Now, we're going to do the same exercise. Tell them to wait or leave it. Good. And every time you do a little tug, loosen it quite a bit. And this should help with the choking thing. I don't want them choking in half, hacking. Wait. Now loosen it. Good. Good. Now reward. Now I'm going to make this a lot harder for her, okay? Wait. Yep, yes, you reward any time that you see him making an effort to ignore me. You say your words. Wait. Yes, you don't have to say it with any sense of urgency. Yep. So I want you to notice on camera that this collar is not causing him to hack and choke. And even though people would normally say, oh my gosh, using a plastic pinch collar in such a little teeny young dog, this could be advantageous for teaching your dog generalized stay and come back to you. Could make a big difference, and maybe for walking too. Don't you do it. That's the response I'm looking for right there. And you're just going to say here, and if he ignores you, you're going to use the leash. But the minute that he turns to come back, praise and show him the hand signal that you're trying to develop. So let him come to me freely. Hi. No drag. No, I don't want him to even feel like he's on leash. Now I want you to ask him to start coming in your direction and use the leash like you would a person.
Here.
Tell
yes, good job.
Good. I like it. Let him come back. We'll repeat it 1,000 times. Sometimes I'm going to have you folks put food on the ground or something that would entice them, or maybe there's a dog park here, but my dog is safe because it's not on the inside of the dog park. But I want you to practice this progressively in situations where the dog would be least likely to want to come back. We're training the dog for real life. Ask him to come.
Here. Yes. There you go.
Jennifer, I don't want you to hesitate to use it.
Okay.
Now, when he comes back, I don't care if he jumps on me today. So the thing that I have to impress on you is that I don't want you holding him back from anything. I want him to feel like he's completely free to ignore you. And I'd like to see you develop using the leash in kind of a tick, 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 tick. And when he looks at you, get happy. Ask him to come.
Zeke, here.
Perfect.
Yeah, come on, like a good boy.
Perfect, perfect. Let him come all the way back. You don't care about tangling with a long leash. That's another thing that's important. Okay?
Zeke, here. Yeah.
Now, you saw what happened, and this is common in dog training, that the dog will come halfway back. So what I'm going to ask Jennifer to do is look behind you. There's nothing there. As you call him, presume that he's only going to come back halfway and back up a little bit so that you're ready to counter that if he tries to work a business compromise with you. Hi, Zekies. Hi. Come here. You can do it. I know, we're training you not to. Walk him all the way up to me. It could be. It could be that you're dropping treats. Just walk him up to me. Good. Good. So remember, as you tug on the leash, you're going to be backing up. Okay? Ask him to come.
Zeke, here.
Yep, like it. So that way, if you can train yourself to back up, then what'll happen is he will start learning that you could be farther away than normal, and you might even run away from him. So I'm now in the spot where he wants to stay. Look behind you so you don't trip and fall. Okay? Let out more leash. I want him all the way across the park. He's all the way across the national park. Call him to you. Perfect.
Yeah, good.
And if we can keep practicing this over and over and over, walk him back up to me, he will have a much better recall. Hi. Good.
Yeah, good boy.
That's okay. Now, another thing that you're seeing on this video is that sometimes the dog will go by you and go in a different direction. You just counter that by going in the opposite direction. So I want all of you to play this game at a park or somewhere, anticipating that he could just run on by you and just simply go off in another direction. You just simply counter that by you moving in the opposite direction that he goes in, and then call him again. So if I get an opportunity to do this, I'm going to do it a lot. So now I'm going to bring Sherlock out here. You're going to let him come up to Sherlock, and you're going to practice calling him back. And then after 2 or 3 times of that, as you're walking by, you're going to do the leave it thing. Just in case Sherlock is a mean dog, sometimes I don't want him going. Let's start with the leave it thing, and then we'll have him go up, okay? Au pied. Sherlock, au pied.
Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it.
Good. Try not to say it too many times. Bring him out here into the sunshine.
Leave it. Leave it. Leave it.
Stay lower and correct more frequently, maybe 2 or 3 in a row. Bing, 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 bing. You don't have to be closer. You just have to be lower. Yes. So it would be a series of corrections, like bing, 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 bing. Not pulling. Like this. Bing, 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 bing. Okay? Reward him every time he chooses to stay with you.
Good boy.
Couché.
Leave it. Leave it.
So I want you to correct more frequently after you say leave it. Boop, 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 boop. Okay? When he shows you that he's not going to move forward, you can stop. But as he shows you he's going to move forward, I need you to be a little sharper with the correction, but not pulling. Sharper, like a flick, if you will. You don't be closer. I want you to be far away. You're across the beach. You're all the way across the beach. I want you to let more leash out. I want you to let a lot more leash out. I want you to walk towards me in Sherlock without getting the leash tangled under your legs. Let him come to him, and he asks him to come back. Yes, good. Repeat that. Good. Keep doing it. Back it up as you do it. He'll start coming to you. Now loosen the
Yeah,
leash.
good boy.
The leash is only going to get tangled if you keep it tight. So exaggerate loosening the leash as you're using it. I know it's weird, huh? Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Yes, good boy.
Perfect. Perfect.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's really the emotional reward more than anything. Now you're going to let him come to Sherlock and me, and you're going to practice calling him back. So walk up to us, and as soon as he gets up here, you're going to get as far away as you can with the leash in your hand. Now start backing up.
Here. Yeah.
Perfect. And I want you to start practicing that you call him one time, and then you start backing up and popping the leash. Okay? But I want you really far away from him. The tangling only makes it work better.
See, here. Yeah. Good job.
Now I want you to praise when he's on his way back. Good, good, good.
I don't know if I want to go over there.
Yeah, do you see what's happening? This is good.
See, here. Good, good. Good job.
So this is going to help your recall tremendously. One more time.
See,
Ask him.
here.
Yep.
Good, good.
Now, I want you to do me, I want to do an experiment. Drop the leash. Walk right up to me. Now, back up.
See, here. Good boy.
Okay. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, what a good job. What a good boy. What a good boy. Look. Yeah, look. What a guy. Oh my goodness. Look. Yay. Good job. Good job.
Thank you very much for watching this video. And what's that, Todd? Oh, yeah. Keep it simple, keep it easy, and keep on training.